You might have heard about DINKs, double income, no kids, but what about SINKs? That's the new term making the rounds on social media that stands for single income, no kids. Well, they're the people in your life that might not, even be related to you, but they're there to love and in many cases spoil your kids. Joining us now is licensed psychologist Dr. Kelli Rugless. Dr. Rugless, I am so excited to talk about this. I have my favorite aunt who is one of these SINKs and spoils me and my daughter. What makes these SINK aunts and uncles so important to our families?
Oh my goodness, they play such a vital role in building out the social support that a family has to offer their children and the adults. So they provide this amazing emotional support that you can't really find anywhere else. They provide a different perspective, right? They're this wonderful space in between friends and parents, which is amazing. They serve as a role model of how to find purpose and fulfillment in life outside of the traditional marriage and children. And most importantly, they have time for fun and adventures that sometimes parents might be a little bit too bogged down to always spend as much time focusing on.
I love what you said about role models, because I also think it's really important for my daughter to have a role model of someone who finds purpose in a way that's not children, right? Showing that there's a full range of possibility to lean into a beautiful, fulfilling, and broad life. And it's interesting, a lot of people talk about gift giving, right? When it comes to spoiling kids from grandparents or SINKs, if you have it. But, what should people be checking in about when it comes to buying certain things for kids? I know I have friends who are very particular about what their kids get.
Yeah, so definitely check in with the parents first. I think that's a baseline rule. Run your ideas by the parents, see if the child already has it or if they're open to that type of gift. And then after that, consider something that the parents won't get, right? So parents might be more interested in educational gifts or something that might help them with a sport, but you have the opportunity to really feed the thing that brings the child pure joy. So check in with parents, but then really try to focus in on what the child's interests are and separating out the type of gift you give from what you think their parents or other friends and uncles might actually give them.
Now, what about when the single uncle or auntie gets married, or they do end up later having their own kids? I mean, I think about, for example, my husband is a godfather to someone. I don't know that automatically, ushers me in. I'm probably not the favorite god auntie, in that permutation where it already existed. How do you have that conversation with your kids, about that change in circumstance or relationship?
Absolutely. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just communicate, right? Talk to them about the changes that are going to happen. Express how you feel about the changes that are going to happen, because when you express how you feel, you open up the door for your child to express what's going on for them and how they're taking it. Make sure that you reassure your commitment to them and that SINK aunt or uncle that might be getting married or their life might be changing is always going to be there for them, even if it changes in a different way. Make sure to make some plans for the future so that whatever changes are happening, there's something to look forward to, and then be open to just listening to their feelings and validating their concerns.
And it also really brings that concept of village to life, right? I was so lucky that I had aunts and uncles who maybe not have been biologically related to me, but were also a safe space for me to grow and learn and share. And it's such a beautiful notion of bringing that village to life. Licensed psychologist Dr. Kelli Rugless, thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to see you. And stay right here. You're watching NBC News Daily.